discussion between these two collaborators is not just a conversation, it's a collision of brilliance, a symphony of idea, and a feast for the mind. Prepare yourselves to be captivated by sheer brilliance and charisma of our distinguished guest. First up, a gentleman of unparalleled eloquence, a prolific author, and a global thought leader. Please join me in welcoming three-time Member of Parliament, Dr. Shashi Tharoor. And hope. As we continue this extraordinary evening of shared purpose and celebration, I'm delighted to acknowledge the presence of some other special guests who have graced us with their time tonight. Father Yesudas, Director of St. John's Hospital, thank you, sir, for being here. Father Tony, Deputy Director of St. John's Hospital. District Governor Rotarian Uday Kumar Bhaskara. Rukman Babu. PDG Jitu Aneja. PDG Mr. Fazal Mahmood. PDG Rotarian Samir Haryani. And PDG Mr. Nagesh. Thank you all so much for taking time to be with us tonight. Today, to this remarkable fundraiser, Gift of Life.
Welcome to all of you. It is so humbling to see this packed hall. It gives me immense pleasure and honor to introduce one of the city's most dynamic clubs, Rotary Bangalore Midtown GenNext, and also to talk about our special cause for today. GenNext is a group of young, extremely talented and well-meaning members who have positively impacted and influenced our communities, our societies, through well-deserving interventions focusing on 4 key areas of education, health, women empowerment, and environment. Since its inception in 2020, GenNext has made a noteworthy difference to over 10,000 individuals through interventions spanning both rural and urban landscapes. Organized healthcare camps focusing on general
nationalism, and that required a vast amount of reading, not always cover to cover. When you read for a purpose, you can read selectively. You can dip into a work on, say, nationalism's rise in Europe, and just get the essence of the points they're trying to make. But I mean, that is focused reading. Then there's reading for pleasure, and that's something that I keep telling kids. I meet too many children these days who see books as only related to schoolwork and homework and classwork. And they don't think of books anymore as sources of pleasure. Pleasure comes to them from their phones, from their Nintendo, from their computers. And I think that's a great loss. It's a great shame.
How do I address you?
Whatever you like. Just don't say hey there or whatever. Yeah.
Doctor, Shashi, Mr. Tharoor, sir.
Shashi is fine, listen.
So Shashi, over the last 24 hours, I had a long flight, and I stayed up watching a bunch of your interviews. The very first question I have for you is, how do you remember so much about so many different things? I heard you speak about Dr. Ambedkar, I heard you speak about the Constitution, there was something in there about socialism and how you grew up slightly right of center, your parents. I know you can remember your parents, but so many of the other things, how do you remember them?
I don't know, I guess it's a gift of some sort. I mean, I believe if you're interested in something, it'll stick in your mind. I can tell you cricket scores from 60 years back, so that's also there. I mean, the fact is that it depends on what you're passionate about. I have a fairly wide range of interests, Nikhil, and I've read widely. I don't claim to retain everything I've read all the time, and increasingly on the internet to retrieve information is alarming because it makes you, less reliant on your memory. I mean, how many of you remember the pre-internet era? How many phone numbers you could remember off the top of your head, right? And you've probably forgotten most of them now. I couldn't recite you my mother's phone number anymore because I just look her name up on the phone and dial it. And that is a problem. But despite that, I think I'm fairly okay on most of the issues I really care about.
See, heart surgery is one of the costliest surgeries in India. And leave aside after Modi has come and we have the Ayushman Bharat and few schemes which started only in South. That was in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. These were Suvarna, the 3 or 4 schemes were there which started very recently. And heart surgery is #1 killer in the world. Everybody knows that, and it's more so in India. The rise of heart patients in the last 20-25 years has been phenomenal, has been tremendous. And when this was the situation that for a #1 killer disease in the world, how were the poor people in the more so? See, as far as the corporate world was concerned, there were social schemes, there were the insurance schemes, but before some of the social schemes which came very recently, there was no support given to. This was one of the factors which was responsible for many of the NGOs starting and helping the hospitals take up more and more patients. I personally, I had a heart attack in '98, 25 years back, and at that time, I was just going for my UN assignment. I didn't have, I had left the corporate, I didn't have the insurance scheme of the company. I was managing director of a company previously. I had left that, and just before going to UN, I had that heart attack. I felt the pinch that if I could have that pinch at my level after working for managing director of 3 multinationals for 16 years, I had plenty of money, but that pinch was there. When you have to pay 4 lakhs, Dr. Devi Shetty did that surgery in Manipal Hospital, he was there. And that 4 lakhs, that was the transformation for me. I decided that I'll do something when I have the opportunity. When I completed 3 years in my UN assignment, I met wonderful 3 doctors, Dr. Srivyas, I think you will be knowing them, Dr. Joseph Xavier and Dr. Devanand. And I was called for a talk to Manipal Hospital. After the talk, many doctors came and we want to do something for the poor, but if we tell a patient that we want to do free surgery for you, he or she thinks that this fellow is going to take the kidney away. See, there is a love and hate relationship between the doctors and the patient.
We have roped in Dr. Shashi Tharoor, a 3-time member of parliament, and an institution in finance the co-founder of Zerodha, Mr. Nikhil Kamath. And I'm very grateful to them to be here today. Through their presence, we are able to raise a sum of 35 lakhs today. And it's the only way forward. The only way is forward from here. And I hope that someday we can reach the number that we target. My name is Tahir Merchant, and I'm the chairman of the Midtown GenNext Club. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah? All right. Come, Ms. Ba. So we are from the Rotary Midtown GenNext here at the Taj today. This is a fundraising gala dinner whereby we hope to support 100 pediatric heart surgeries through this event. In India, there are about 8,000 cases of pediatric heart surgeries, where most of them go onto the waiting list. And we as an organization would like to explore the opportunities of ensuring that these kids get a second chance at life. After all, don't we all deserve a second chance at life? This is our way of saying that we are there, and we will always be there to try our best as an organization to participate.